Go live whenever you like. Look at his feet, look at his feet, look. Take it easy, Charlie. You're working far too hard now. Take it easy, mate. Take it easy. Yeah, well, good question. Obviously... Chachi. Cha-cha. Oi. Right, okay. He's had enough. Okay. Oi, what's this? A cigarello? A cigarello? Ha ha! You see you flipping turn around there, wouldn't you, hey? A ciggy what? I'll have some of that. Okay, folks, here we go. Here we go. Welcome to the evening session. I'll just wipe the Cadbury's chocolate rolls away from my mouth. Easy to polish off a pack of 6. Very, very easy. Or a pack of 5, whichever they are. Anyway, folks, how you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're rested up, because it's been a very long day for all of you folks, let's face it. So we are into the evening session on Big Jet TV. Check your focus, GP. Just double check your focus. Make sure everything's all right. So we're kind of on this whole freighter cargo hub type theme at the moment. So we're going to carry that on into the evening. Got 3 hours. We were very fortunate enough to be invited by the press team up at East Midlands Airport. Now, East Midlands have been a lot in the press, quite a lot over the last few days or weeks even, because of their increased freight that has been coming through the very popular middle of England airport. Of course, East Midlands has a normal passenger service terminal, mainly catering for Ryanair. Short haul stuff goes out to Europe as well. But in general, they also have a very, very busy cargo freight hub. An east and a west hub. I think it is the west hub that is generally DHL, and on the other side, on the east side, you've got your UPS and all your other freighters as well coming in there. So that's what you're going to see tonight, basically. So we were very fortunate enough to spend the evening up there with Conan Busby, who basically runs the whole show for Manchester Airport Group in general. Very knowledgeable guy, knows his stuff. You might have to listen out a little bit for the audio, because we had the audio drop out every now and then. But in terms of its volume, its pickup, nothing like what we had, the issues that we had out there in Milan. But in general, it's very interesting. We basically document the whole thing. Of course, once again, I managed to put together a decent enough best of show to sort of like look at it in a nutshell. Certainly not 3 hours. I think I can't remember how long the promo was for it, but anyway, we can show that at a later date. This is raw as it comes. We don't get to see Johan because I did a piece off live with him inside the airport terminal, and you'll get to see him on the post-production piece. A good big shout out to all the folks who are working in all the freight hubs at the moment. The ground crews, don't forget the ground crews, folks. The folks who load and unload the aircraft, drive it around the airfield, all the ULD controllers, all the folks that are controlling all the pallets and putting them into their separate areas inside the warehouses as well. There's a lot of people who are working while we're fast asleep at night. EMA is working tirelessly to get the PPE stuff out to the UK. I'm a little bit surprised that there is such a massive shortage of PPE for the UK health service. I've got to be honest, I can't quite fathom that one out. Because when you consider the size and weight of one face mask and how many you can theoretically fit in a box and then in a pallet and then in a 747 in general, millions, literally. And even if we are needing to give face masks, new ones every hour or so to these frontline workers, then so be it. But I can't understand how there is such a shortage of PPE for these wonderful heroic people. They're the heroes, folks. They are the heroes, and of course so are all the people who work tirelessly throughout the night to keep the wheels of industry going. So without further ado, here we go. This is East Midlands cargo hub from back in November last year, from November of last year. And once again, a big thank you to Yoan Reid Aspley and Conan Busby, along with all the other folks as well. This is it. It's 3 hours long. Enjoy it. And it's at night time as well. So this is EMA Freight Hub. Enjoy.
Roll Express 967, vacate next left of Mike, taxi stand 109 via Foxtrot. Back line is 109.
Is that one for this side, Conan?
What did you say? 109? 109. Logan 3 November Alpha East Midlands Tower, good evening, runway 27, set to land, wind 280 degrees, 12 knots.
Here she comes now.
That was one time.
Request permission to move into my album.
What did you do, Ivan? That was one proceed.
Yeah, I think Keith, we're right too.
Yeah.
Can we get to vacate?
Going further than
No.
he's coming on.
No, we're just going to be right here by the vehicle, to be honest, at this stage. I'll get the backpack on in a second. Thanks, mate. grab this. You've still got pictures, Jimmy. Just keep me posted on the picture, yeah? Jimmy, can you hear me? I can't hear you, Jimmy. I just cannot hear you. Cannot hear you. And I can't hear you, mate. Can you shout a little bit louder? Is everything all right? No. Okay, stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by, stand by. Can't hear you. Is everything okay? I just can't hear you, mate. Hold on a minute. Can you just hold on. Still full. Go to the other phone, Jilly, go to the other phone. Can you hear me? Yeah, but can you hear me? Is everything all right? Okay. Right, stand by. Stand by. The mic is in shot, yeah? Oh, blimey. Oh, what a tiny little bit of blood. Okay. All my forks are that's probably because we were driving, I'd imagine. Stand by. Is it? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, folks. Okay, can you just check your audio to make sure that we've got stand by.
the police keep changing that thing. We've got a sister airline in airfield cargo, which they're taking some of the aircraft. It's all about people like it. It's unbelievable the difference of everything are so different.
Okay. Okay, so tell me on my picture. So forget about that. By the way, ignore that. That's for the wet.
You like it?
It's the best. Yeah. That's me, innit? Okay. Okay, GP. Are we good? Are we good? How many ports are we running on? Time I stop, I what? Just check your audio. Just check your audio. Make sure your audio's good. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me grab the sticks.
I'll get that.
Thanks, mate. This is pretty hard. Can we, sorry mate, can you just hold on? That's good, that's good, that's good. It's all a bit Eve Robinson, isn't it? Okay, let's just, oh, I think we might be in the way here.
Close up to their identify their employees, but we can't start.
Yeah, of course, yes. Something's jammed in there, isn't it? This is just.
Where do you want to be, ideally? Is it here?
Yeah, here's good. Okay, so let's just. Okay, guys. Okay, check your audio, Jilly. Are you good? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to East Midlands International Airport. Folks, I've got with me Conan Busby. Conan, good evening. Right, okay, Conan, nice and clear through to the mic, because obviously we've got all this noise and stuff going on behind us. But ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Conan Busby. Conan, introduce yourself, what you do here at East Midlands.
Okay, so hi, my name's Conan Busby. I'm the head of cargo for Manchester Airports Group, based here at East Midlands Airport. This is kind of the jewel in our crown. It's the biggest cargo airport in the UK from a pure cargo perspective. So I've been based here for the last 15 years.
Very good. Okay, yeah, interesting stat that It is a pure cargo hub in this section of the airport, as well as obviously the. Gilly, can you just confirm you're getting audio on the camera? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So just interesting statistically that only Heathrow is bigger than this in terms of cargo capacity. Is that right?
That's right. Heathrow is gargantuan in terms of its market share. It's probably got about 60% market share of the UK. At 13%, we're maybe not so significant, but actually when you look at the nature in which the cargo is being moved, it's suddenly we are by far and away the market leader for the UK.
And we're talking about a significant amount of tonnage here, aren't we? Like 365,000 tonnes, is that right?
Yeah, bang on. I mean, we're in a growth phase at the minute, so we're going forwards with that, but it's a good round number at the minute that we're at. It's about 1,000 tonnes a day when you look at it.
Wow. And so we see at Heathrow, because we film there regularly, we see DHL going in and out, probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a day. It seems a lot busier here in terms of the. I guess this is the mail and the parcel side of the business. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, so East Midlands Airport has established itself as the UK's express cargo airport. So DHL, UPS, FedEx, Royal Mail, they all have their main UK operations here, just because of the capability we have at night time. So yeah, it's very much built around the express parcels, stuff that needs to get to places very quickly.
And another crazy figure of something like 1 million pieces a night or or a day, is that right?
So that's the Royal Mail statistics alone.
Oh wow.
So when you then look at it, so in totality what's going on at East Midlands Airport, DHL where we are right now, they'll do anything in the region of 200,000 to 300,000 packages per night.
And is that all handled in-house here, or is it just literally from palletised and then it goes onto the trucks? How's the logistics work there?
That's a very good question, and there is a whole mix. There is a lot of material that is coming into East Midlands Airport by truck. It will go into a sortation system. It will then be brought out to the aircraft to fly on. There will be some volumes that's coming in on one aircraft, like this 767 here, that is then coming in, but it might be then going on to another European country. So this flight's coming from the States. And what will happen is some of the traffic will be brought off, loaded onto another aircraft to continue.
And this is a mixture of everything from your e-commerce through to your first-class mail.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. International mail, absolutely. It's a big sector. E-commerce, I mean, you know, the world of e-commerce is just growing so fantastically, and it's a real growth sector for the global cargo industry. But you look around, you'll see cars on the apron. You will see pharmaceuticals going through. You will find high-end electronics. You'll find the latest iPhones, the latest Samsung, everything. You name it. Air cargo has a touch point on probably every industry in the world in some way, shape or form. Fantastic. Right, well, let's get on with a little bit of filming. We've got some great information from you. I understand later on we're going to be moving over to the eastern side of the airfield. Is that right? Yes. Fantastic. Thanks, Toby. Appreciate it. Cheers. Okay, so good. So Conan, what sort of turnaround time are we talking about on an aircraft like this, for example? So this 767, there's maybe around 30 pallets on there, about an hour and a half, and actually DHL will have this fully offloaded, fully reloaded, fueled, and off the ground again.
So any idea of how many aircraft are going to be operating on an average evening?
So on a typical evening, DHL will consist of around 25 aircraft arriving and departing. UPS will have 3 aircraft arrive, 3 aircraft depart, and there's also a day-based aircraft which will depart and then it will come back in the morning. FedEx will have 2 aircraft that will go out and then come back, and Royal Mail will have anything up to 12 aircraft operating tonight.
So I mean, I noticed that this is it appears to me to be a purely a hub here, right here, for DHL alone. Is that right?
Absolutely. For DHL, for UPS, for FedEx, it's kind of a sub-hub for the UK. They've got their main freighter operation down at London Stansted, which is one of our sister airports as part of MAG. And the Royal Mail, because of the central location and a domestic network, it's perfectly situated to be able to support that nighttime operation.
Fantastic. Interesting. Thank you, sir. I guess it's all about time, isn't it? Getting the thing turned around as quickly as possible, because the time on the ground is money.
That's absolutely right.
So it looks like the skipper maybe, or one of the crew doing his ground checks. Is that possibly, or maybe even one of the ground crew?
The way the express operators work, safety is absolutely paramount, and making sure that aircraft is serviceable and ready to go is everyone's responsibility. So once arrived with a couple of checks by the crew, but also by the ground staff.
And there's a significant number of aircraft that are due in here tonight. Is that right? I mean, we have. I understand there's 3 waves of busy schedule, so to speak.
Yeah, we kind of have 3 peaks through the evening, so we're coming into the start of the evening rotation, if you like. So a lot of the transatlantic flights are coming in. UPS will be following shortly with their ground tail from Philadelphia. And what we'll see is then all of these aircraft will go out, some of them will go across Europe. We'll then see another peak around midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. Royal Mail will actually go in. So Royal Mail, that midnight period is absolutely crucial for them, because they are delivering domestic. It's very time different.
Because it's either that or you get a lot of pissed off people who will wait till they go the next day and make sense. So I've sent it first class. So Royal Mail are doing everything they possibly can.
And they will, because the penalties are severe. And that's for all of the express operators. You are paying a lot of money to rely on an interstate service. And if that does not get fulfilled, you've got the refunds. The Royal Mail, with the universal service obligation, they have to abide by. So it's absolutely imperative that they hit crazy like 96% connections.
And that's the carrier who are responsible for that. Is that right? Or is it, I mean, the Royal Mail themselves, I mean, if your mail is delivered the next day, you can't apply for a compensation per se, but you're talking about on the airport standpoint.
So there's a lot of stakeholders involved in it. Ultimately, the Royal Mail will be responsible for it. But, of course, there are several suppliers to them that are part of that supply chain. So it's absolutely crucial that everyone is acting in harmony throughout that whole operation. Absolutely.
Okay. The other side. So we should do that. Okay, Chief, we're going to move. Okay, folks. Two 777s within. Okay, cool. These should be okay just like that. You happy with that? Yeah. Thank you, sir. There's a flight radar. Yeah. Right, okay.
thank you. So what's up? We've got a couple of 777s coming in, I believe.
Yeah, very, very close together.
Is it?
Yeah.
Very close together. Wow.
Yeah, you've got
We like that.
JFK is in first, followed by the lights, about 2 or 3 minutes apart.
And they're both UPS, yes?
No,
Oh.
both DHL.
both DHL.
Aerologic.
Aerologic, and then you've
Oh,
got
Aerologic, right.
you've got a UPS, which is about another 4 minutes behind. That's a.
Wow, so this ramp is going to be full.
You won't see the UPS on here.
Oh, okay, it's the other side, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
UPS one brings it. Cargo. East.
Have a roll
But,
first if you
but yeah, I mean, it's a
Oh,
really,
wow. Oh, wow, if we could shoot that. Can we shoot that? Just quick, if I can get a... Because you did mention the exotics.
yeah.
I'm not going to get any registration or anything like that. It's just...
I'd be surprised if there's one on there.
the drive around.
Should you just check your feed? Because I just noticed the lead was a little bit... Everything good? You happy? Yeah, okay. Okay, that's good, that's good.
So when you're ready.
Stand by. Are you going to drive round the front of it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm good. Probably Alan Sugar's, isn't it? You're fine. Great stuff. That's a nice little shot.
The scary thing is that people pay the same amount as I pay for a car, and they pay to ship that
ship it.
car out.
That's crazy. Should we leave this open? Just for now. The rain stop. Oh, we're not getting out. Really great to see it. Tell you what, I wonder if that's going on in there. It feels to be going on in there. Oh, really? Wow, that's a good shot. The clear plastic, and you can just see the parcels beautifully packed in there, Tetris style.
That was a big push by the operators a while back, because effectively, if you just throw your boxes in,
Yes.
it's not great practice, it's not a good customer experience. More importantly, volumetrically, capacity utilization.
You lose if you just yeah.
It's such a problem. Over the course of 100 million years, you've got to take what's wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll talk about that again in a bit. If we manage to catch the back of one, you can see them. Yeah. Are we waiting here for an aircraft, or are we waiting to move? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, right.
There's one on this stand here, 1 second, and then one equals 1 so effectively, fairly well. You might get a nice shot from the back actually, with all the tails.
Oh yes. Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
I really wish I had that.
Are they wet? Are they wet already? Believe it or not, yeah, once again, that wonderful online store that we were talking about earlier on. It's where my boots came from. And I have to say, if you're gonna spend, in fact, actually, it's not more money nowadays because they've come right down in price. But Skechers, the best.
Yeah.
I've got a bad back, and trust me, all my shoes. Well, I say all my shoes, but my shoes are Skechers. Even these boots, so comfortable. And if I was to put another pair of boots on that were £100 more expensive, it'd be like putting a pair of clogs on.
Yeah.
Because this is so comfortable.
Well, that's got the trainers.
Yes, just like on air.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Martens were the originals, obviously, but it's a different experience, really. Because they're quite hard, Dr. Martens. Even though they're air cushioned, they're quite hard. Where these are sort of like, it's like memory foam. Wow, these containers, that's crazy. There we go, there's a perfect example there. That's sacks. I want to see one that's stacked with square boxes. No.
So you've got a couple of legs, right? Joe, you got the Mayfly? Just a quick map.
Yes. Yes. I should have it on me. Are we good here, sir? Are we good to get out?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll grab that list. Hold on a second.
Yeah, perfect.
Now I'm in trouble. Now I'm in trouble.
It's worth a question, Joey. Do you want to go along the north edge at any point this evening to see East Midlands Gateway, which has a bit of a... It's not a direct theme right now, other than there's a massive Amazon warehouse.
Yeah.
Big sheds around.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I think that's something best seen in the summer, really.
Yeah.
It's like sort of like
If we go past Crash Gate 3, I bet you've got a lot of subscribers that actually do Crash Gate 3.
Oh, really? Trying to find this.
One of the local spots for baseball.
Did I bring the list with me? Is the question. I think I might have done, you know. Because I don't have it on me. Have you got it?
Don't worry, I was going to try and do a tot-up of how many ULDs might be sort of handled on a typical night.
On a typical night.
Yeah, don't worry. It's all right. I'd need to see what the fleet list is to...
I see, yes, right.
To up cruise.
Okay. Right, so still good, Jilly? Everything good? Just
got to make sure I'm not getting anyone's faces. That's all. Outside. I just wanted to get a shot of one of the preferably one with something. Is that ground power unit, yeah?
Yeah. So the APUs are massively noisy.
Little jet engine, aren't they?
Yeah. You know when it gets switched on.
First one's just started talking 8 miles out.
Okay, first one's 8 miles out. Thank you, sir.
Stop it.
Right here. Lovely. Okay, folks. Steps coming into place now for the crew. This is aerologic, yeah? Yes.
A friend of mine has just texted to say happy filming.
Oh, there you go. You're famous, mate. You're famous. Nice movement shot.
Yeah, I was looking earlier, we said it's looking like Black Friday is really starting to drive again.
Yeah, I mean, this time of the year, it's the Christmas rush and holidays. Well, not holidays as such, but Black Friday and so on and so forth. But sort of like driving in.
Yeah, that's right. The Cyber Weekend has really become the trigger point now for peak season to kick in. So literally from last week to this week, we can already see a marked difference in just how much volume is coming through.
Yeah, and I guess that's just you're gonna see a a noticeable increase in volume purely because of all the online stuff that's being bought, and the high street, as that goes down, you know, you're getting all these parcels that are coming through from all these online businesses, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. What we are finding interesting is trying to predict just how much volume there will be, because we're kind of going into new territory with this, and everyone is having to react to it. So these guys are very good, the integrators are very, very good at being able to manage their capacity versus the demand. So sometimes we'll see more flights operating than others, but as we're now coming into this peak season, the Cyber Weekend has started a week early, but we're now seeing that pick up. So hopefully from here until Christmas we're going to be very, very busy.
So Aerologic, we're just about to see those guys come in. Is that linked in with DHL, or is that partly with DHL, or is that purely their own operation?
So Aerologic was launched around 10 years ago. They were one of the launch customers for the 777 freighter. They went in, it was formed as a joint venture between DHL and Lufthansa. So that effectively Lufthansa would take the capacity during the week and do some scheduled flying. Sorry, wrong way around. DHL would use the capacity during the week, and then Lufthansa would use it for some scheduled flying over the weekend.
Interesting. Great. Well, here it comes now by the looks of it. Fantastic. Thanks, mate. Great info. Can I stand behind him? Can I stand behind him?
Stay away from the mark.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, no problem. I can't film him, no?
Yeah, you're filming. Yeah. If you want to walk with me, I'll take you this way.
Okay. second one coming in.
How many did they
Is this one going that side or this side?
Further up, one is
Okay, I'll get it from the front side. How far in can I walk? Can somebody escort me in there a little bit? Sorry? Can you escort me in there a little bit so I can just get the other one coming inside on? Oh, you're right. I'm not sure which here's fine. Just here's fine. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
He's going to go further along that way, so he's not going to come in and come past us. He's going to go along the
And it's between
parallel.
these two, yeah?
No, he's going to be the other side of that 76.
Okay, I'm with you, yeah, fine, fair enough.
Yeah, you want to jump in the bus and get over there?
Are
Or?
we going to get there in time? Let's have a go.
Hold tight.
Yes, please. After this one, we'll go to the UPS, yeah? Rightio. Got that UPS on radar, Jimmy. Okay. Oh, he's just turning on at the finals.
The let me on the Alpha again. Swing it round to face door.
Thank you, sir. Next one. Next one, mate. No worries. Back, should be back. Check, check.
the 241
No,
241.
Oh, that's in there, is it?
opening something and let it go. Just holding the
Rescue 9, proceed along the Alpha taxiway and hold Alpha 7.
proceed along the upper taxiway and hold up in 7.
Midland Tower, jet speed 901, taxi from signature, runway 27 with Victor. Jet speed 901, taxi initially Mike 3 only. Taxi initially Mike 3 only for jet speed 901. Insurance 950, Papa, taxi Mike Alpha, defer to your discretion. Mike Alpha, I'll be on discretion, insurance 950, good night. Surface wind 270 degrees, 12 knots, clear to land runway 27.
First
Go ahead, 270, just 237.
Oh, that was a little private.
Rescue 9, proceed now to the fire station.
we'd like to proceed to the east end.
Sorry, yes, proceed to the eastern exit, now to flight distance. Get to 901, taxi Alpha 1, runway 27, QNH 984. Okay, taxi via Alpha 1, runway 27,
Come on, mate. Rescue 9, take the upper taxiway, beautiful one. Thank you.
Rescue 9, Roger.
Now, yes,
UPS 237, if you expedite vacating next left at hotel.
Next left is the hotel, UPS 237.
it's only for shot.
Entry to 1 Alpha, continue will be
Did you say he's overshot?
clearance and surface
He's,
wind.
He overshot his exit.
Yeah. Normally they make Mike, he didn't make Mike his main hotel.
Oh.
Just give it a little bit longer.
I would have to final approach.
UPS 237, taxi down 77, exit April by uniform.
Stand 77, enter by uniform, UPS
It's
237.
like I knew where they were
Number
going to be.
19 kilo, Golf
There you go.
surface wind 280 degrees, 1
Thank you, sir.
Take off runway 27.
Take on 27, open 192 to Golf.
So Conan, explain the differences between, if there is any differences between the east and the west hub.
Okay, so EMA Cargo West is predominantly operated by DHL. The East Apron, they're different in scales. So the West Apron has around 18 stands, whereas the East Apron currently is 10 stands. We're in the process of growing that, so we're actually extending it to be 14 stands in total. But this apron is very, very complex in the nature of it. You can see in the distance there's a FedEx aircraft. We're about to welcome the Browntail UPS in from Philadelphia. We've then got Royal Mail that will operate in the middle of all that as well. So this becomes an incredibly complex operation, and one that really does require absolute 100% on-time performance. Otherwise, it can become a very, very complicated night for our stand planners.
So when you say Royal Mail, it's I mean, how is what aircraft are we talking about?
talking about 737s. So I understand there's some 737s that are operating out here as well.
Yeah, so the 737's the workhorse of the Royal Mail fleet. They do have some ATPs within there as well, and more recently we've seen some Logan Air, I think they're ATR 72s operating as well. So, but predominantly it's the 737s that are operating.
And they're just rammed from front to back with Royal Mail.
Some of the flights will vary in terms of how busy they are, but ultimately they've still got to be able to make sure that all of those letters, those packages make their connection. But yes, to all intents and purposes, they're obliged to try and use the capacity as best they can.
And these are internal flights mainly, or European as well, or a mixture of all? Or?
Purely domestic for Royal Mail, so it's purely about the first class stamps that go onto your everyday letters and your utility bills, although the world is changing now, we're all going fairly digitised. But then what the Royal Mail has been able to do is capitalise on the growing e-commerce sector. And ultimately, my understanding is that Royal Mail maybe deliver around 50% of all the last mile packages and letters across the UK. So they are absolutely crucial to UK PLC.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Come on. Back. Can we cross? We're good to cross.
Probably get there quicker if you walk.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay, got 737. Is it ASL? Yeah. Wow, that's a big facility over the back there. I think it might be. That's crazy how big that facility is over there, isn't it? That is massive, man. Is that the one you see from the M1?
Yeah.
Oh, West Atlantic. This is
more of them.
Basically, it's West Atlantic operating on behalf of Royal Mail. That's right.
aircraft at landing will provide the aircraft, the crew, the maintenance and the insurance, and they'll operate it wholly on behalf of the Royal Mail.
Wow. Now I can kind of understand why the first class stamp's gone up so much. You know what I mean? It is. It does seem crazy, doesn't it? That I mean, obviously, the more they can put in there, the better it is for pricing. But it is amazing.
And don't forget that a lot of what's on these flights will be special delivery as well. So there is absolutely a premium that people are paying. But they want the speed, they want the security, and they want the trackability. And that's one of the key things that aviation is really, really good at.
Your feet. 56 quid, mate. 56 quid. Fully waterproof.
Yeah, that was me off with
So, if I can just come around here. So, what volume of the of East Midlands cargo movements is the Royal Mail in terms of the percentage?
Okay, so Royal Mail, they're probably, so if we've got 25, 50, 60, 80, it's about, they're probably around 20% of the movements tonight. So it's about, there's probably about 12 aircraft come in and depart out of around 50 each night. So 100 plus movements. When we're getting into real peak season, we could be hitting 120 movements in a typical weekday night.
How do you feel about walking down there and seeing the freight door open and just have a little look and see what's
This aircraft will have anything between 10 and maybe 12 tons on board.
Wow. That's quite significant when you talk about paper and cardboard.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, one of the trends that we're seeing these days is that there's a lot more cardboard and fresh air that's having to be flown because it's e-commerce.
Yes.
So what's happening is that the aircraft are absolutely full to the brim, but don't necessarily weigh as much as they traditionally would have done when it was all letters.
their fish delivery at the end of the night, at the end of the show. Okay, we're good. We've got some good footage there. Yeah, that was nice. Yep. A military precision operation, isn't it? Everything has to be done, like you say, by the minute.
Yeah, I mean, literally, these operators, they do their schedule to the minute. This needs to be moving. All the letters, the mail needs to be taken into the hub, resorted. East Midlands, the Royal Mail is a hub. It's a bona fide hub, so there are a lot of letters coming in. They're then going to be resorted, put onto another aircraft to carry on. So we've got flights from Scotland, from Belfast, from Exeter.
Do you have operations here, sorting operations here at the airport?
Yeah, so just behind us is the Royal Mail hub.
Wow.
So it's about, I think it's about 70,000 square foot, and within that there are literally 1 million items a night that are being sorted. Some of it will stay because it's for local addresses, but a lot of it will be reliant on the connection here to get from the south to the north, and vice versa.
Incredible. It does make you wonder how one piece of one letter, consider it's all barcode.
A lot of people will click buy it now on their smartphone to order a product or to send a letter, and there's absolutely no true understanding of the amount of effort that goes into that supply chain, from pick-up to roading it to the hub, to then consolidating it onto an articulated lorry, to then come to another hub, to go on an aircraft, and then the whole reverse process has got to happen at the other end. Yeah,
in terms of their operations, both here and at Stansted as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so Swissport are really the sole third-party handling agent that we've got both here and at London Stansted Airport. We've got a really good relationship with them. We've done a lot of business development activities, and ultimately they've got a lot of customers that they've got to satisfy, to make sure that their aircraft are turned around in the right level of priority. So there's a lot to juggle, but they've always been a good service partner, and we look forward to working with them going forward. It's a push within 35 to 40 minutes. I'm not exactly sure the timings of the departure of the flights, but I know that it's the early rotation, so it's probably looking to get in and get out and just get some of that top priority mail back over to Belfast. Right, okay. Hi, how you doing? So we've got some guests tonight. Hi there. I'm Jerry, Big Jet TV. Nice to meet you, Tim. You're one of the pilots, are you? Yeah, I'm the commander.
Darren from the press office.
Okay, so thanks for speaking to us. It's Dylan, yes?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay, so how many of these flights are you going to be doing a night then, Dylan?
We do 3 tonight. I do 3 tonight. So we start in Belfast to here, back to Belfast and back to here. And that's it. That's my job for the evening done. Somebody else will take the aircraft and carry on, do another 3.
Okay, and this is all, this aircraft is wet leased, I believe. Is that right? Is this a wet lease?
No, it's just chartered.
It's chartered.
Yeah. I see. Okay. So is this you fly with West Atlantic?
Yeah, I'm a West Atlantic employee. We're contractors to the Royal Mail, so we're using our aircraft for the Royal Mail operation.
And they're going to be turning this aircraft around pretty quick tonight, or?
Yeah, we should be out of here in about slightly less than half an hour from now. So it's about a 45-minute turnaround.
Do you mind if we follow you with the? Are you doing an inspection of the aircraft?
Yeah, I'm going to do a walk around now. Follow me with that if you want to have a look around, or you can go in and talk to the first officer and see the flight deck if you want. It's entirely your choice.
If that's. What do you want to see, guys? Do you want to see the walk around on the flight deck? Should we just go and do a little bit of observational stuff in the cockpit, if that's all right?
Yeah, just talk to the first officer. He's up there. His name's Ian. He's a nice guy. He doesn't lights. Go and have a chat with him. Rob will take you up.
Fantastic.
And I'll be up in about 5 minutes.
Wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Cheers. Go. Good evening, sir.
Hi there.
It's Ian, yes?
It is. Hi
Hello,
there.
nice to meet you. I'm Jerry. Nice
Hi,
to
Jerry.
meet you, Big Jet TV. So I was just speaking to your captain there. So three flights tonight, is that right?
Yeah, done one down, two to go.
Okay, so what's the sort of turnaround time that we're looking for?
We're due out at 55, so we've just got 32 minutes to go. Hopefully we're all off and we're waiting for the next ones back home.
And in terms of fuel, it's a small amount of fuel goes on?
The weather over at Belfast is quite bad at the moment. Shallow port, and getting worse. So is it going to 8 tons?
Oh, so and that's in the case of a go around or in the hold.
After divert down to Dublin.
Oh, really?
Hopefully that's not going to happen. This is line training. I'm new with the company, so we're just carrying a bit more fuel just to give us a bit more fuel this time.
So in terms of if you do have to divert, what happens to the freight? Does it stay on the aircraft and you have to wait till it?
I've never had to divert yet. This will be, I think, my 20th sector with this company. We've never had to divert yet. But yeah, it does cause issues. It's not going to happen tonight. We're just erring on the side of caution.
Beautiful old girl, the 737. It's an NG, but she's still got a few years on her, hasn't she?
Yeah, it's an old, this is a classic actually, so it's a classic. I'm new on type. I've got lots of experience on the little Embraer, and after many years on the Embraer, I'm actually starting to enjoy my flying again. It's fun to fly.
Yeah, a few more horsepower under your seat.
Yeah, and some definite differences in the pitch, thrust couple, and other considerations, but it's touch wood, quite nice to fly.
Thank you, sir. Well, Ian, great. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay.
I hope you don't get diverted.
Yeah, so do I, because we've got to come back here, and I've got my name on a bed in that hotel over there.
Oh, fantastic. We'll have a good night's sleep as well.
Cheers,
Cheers, Ian. See you later. Bye.
Okay, squeeze in.
Thank you, sir.
No, you're welcome.
Can we bring some
Thanks, guys. James Bond, the old captain, didn't he? So what have we got next? We've got, which one is it? It's that Star Air, that was it. 9,000 feet she's at. Where's she coming in? Is it, it's just here, isn't it, I think? Is it? We say Conan? Is it?
It will be, no, it'll be this way. So there.
Should we have a walk down and,
yeah.
So this is a Star Air 767.
767 200 6977 coming in, another one from Belfast.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is something we're used to seeing. Star Air. Only time I think I've seen these is at Toulouse, funny enough. That's interesting. Is that what it is? Star Air with the AN12. You know, no, Cabot Air's the AN12. Star Air 767. You driving?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can sit the front if you want to give you
To be honest with you, it's probably better there just because of the leg room.
You don't
Thanks,
need to
mate.
go too far. They've switched it. Belfast is now going on 78, which is behind us.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I'll swing this against the fence. And
Yeah.
We don't need to get out. We can get out though, can't we?
Yeah.
Should just get. That was quick. Oh, we've got to get back in.
And it's 10 minutes away.
Oh, is it? Is it 10 minutes away? Is it? Blimey.
Oh.
Okay. Tell you what, it might be miserable weather, but at least it's not cold, is it? It's not freezing. He's got his Dexter gloves on, though. Oh. Tell you what I could do with. I could do with. Are we sticking here for a second? Can I just jump out because my receiver is loose and I need to remount it. Conan, can you just slide the sticks out for me, please? Thanks, mate. Get some shots of that UK 76 as well. Cheers. Pardon me. Okay. Just keep our eye on that. I'll still do this. quite an interesting thing here. Just let me double check. I've got the audio running okay, Gilly. Can you just double check your audio? Because I'm going to get Conan. On the. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, okay, Conan. We were just discussing. It's quite interesting how airports write up their freight figures. As I was just saying, Milan Malpensa. Interestingly enough, is behind Heathrow in terms of cargo volume, which is interesting. Should we talk about this after this one's come in?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think it's a really interesting subject, very interesting subject. So Star Air just touched down. So tell us about Star Air, Connor.
So Star Air, they operate on behalf of UPS. They do all the intra-European connections that there are. So for us, there is an aircraft that's based in Edinburgh that comes in each night. Another from Belfast. So this particular flight is coming in from Belfast to support the UPS operation. We may see another one tonight. We're into peak season now, so we're seeing some extras periodically, and they will all feed in. You've got the brown tile in the distance there. And what we'll have is the brown towers coming from Philadelphia. There's then the Belfast just coming on to stand in a few minutes. Then there'll be the Edinburgh flight. They will all consolidate at East Midlands Airport. All three will then fly line astern over to Cologne, which is UPS's main European hub, which is just a colossal operation. Those aircraft will then all three come back line astern again later on in the morning. The first arrival around 1:30, the last maybe around 4 o'clock, and then they'll go back to their respective origins. So we'll have the brown tail come out to Philadelphia, the Edinburgh to Edinburgh, and the Belfast to Belfast.
And that will mainly be again paper freight, so to speak.
No, so UPS, this is your parcels, your packages. So UPS, very, very similar, direct competitor to DHL. So there'll be a whole mix of technology, of packages, of letters, of contracts, all sorts on there. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
That's fine. Thanks, mate. I think I might stand behind them again.
It's worth noting this. So they're doing a pod plot.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're just checking for pod, yes? That's right.
A pod plot.
I like that.
Yeah, that was it back in my day. So basically any foreign object debris, really not good for any aircraft if it was being ingested by an engine. So it's absolutely imperative we make sure all the stands are clear before the aircraft comes on.
Yes.
And then as soon as the aircraft is vacated later on, we'll do exactly the same.
The pod plot. So another beautiful old Smoky Joe coming in now. get to work, setting up putting the chocks in and all that sort of stuff. Let's just discuss this whole thing with the freight figures that airports can not manipulate per se, because cargo is not just pure freighters that come in. We're also talking about belly freight in the passenger aircraft.
Yeah, absolutely. So airports like Heathrow, for example, they're doing 1.7 million tonnes of cargo per annum, but probably 1.5, 1.6 million tonnes of that is actually in the belly hold of a passenger aircraft. And I mean, just to put it into perspective, this Star Air aircraft that we have here, it's maybe got 40 tonnes of cargo on board. Now, if you have, let's say for example, an Emirates 777-300ER that's departing, it's got 360 passengers on, but it's probably got anything between 20 and 25 tonnes of cargo on board as well. It's an incredible aircraft, and it's not surprising that the 777 has become a really important freighter model for a lot of airlines now. We've already seen a couple this evening. It's a phenomenal aircraft.
And we're not just talking about, you know, we're talking about the baggage, the passengers' baggage, and freight that is completely separate of the passengers. It is qualified freight.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, you've got 360 passengers on, which probably means there's about 450 suitcases, but then there is still 25 tonnes of cargo that's going on board as well.
Such an impressive aircraft, the 777, and it's no surprise that we're hearing that well, it is official that there is a specialist company that's now going to be converting the 300s to freighters as well, pure freighters.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a really interesting aircraft in the future for the express operators, for the e-commerce operators. Effectively, the payload it can carry doesn't change, despite the fact it's about 12 metres longer or something like that. Forgive me if I get the numbers wrong. But what that translates to is that it's got the capacity to carry more in the way of fresh air, which a lot of your e-commerce is, and the density of the express freight tends to be much lower than your consolidated freight. So that aircraft is going to be really, really interesting to some of the big global carriers.
Interesting. Can we just touch quickly on the later on? I think one of the last aircraft that we're going to see tonight is because obviously there's a lot of perishables. Does East Midlands handle a lot of perishables?
At the minute, we don't handle a massive amount. It's something we want to change in the future. The perishables sector is a big, big sector. Because ultimately the Great British Diet absolutely demands that it has its strawberries year round, it can have its bonds too, and more importantly that we can keep our wives or partners satisfied by buying them flowers every now and then. So it's a very important sector. We do have some coming through, but not in the scale that we'd like in the future.
But you do have a fish shipment with Iceland Air, I believe.
We do. I'm not quite sure what time that aircraft's coming in tonight, but yes, Iceland Air has operated for a long time, coming through East Midlands Airport, and the primary commodity coming off is indeed fresh fish that will go over to places like Grimsby to be processed and then turned into your bird's eye and Findus fish fingers that you'll be eating in a few days' time.
Wonderful. And that is fresh from Iceland?
Absolutely, yes, straight out of the ocean. As fresh as you can ask for, and you know, people want to pay for good quality fish, so that's where air freight really does come into its own, because rather than having to freeze the product, it can be carried fresh and go straight to the markets as well as to the processing facilities, so that everyone can have that nice fresh fish.
Fantastic. Great birds, great birds. Okay. How are we doing, Dilly? Everything all right? Any questions from the audience? Conan knows his stuff, so yeah, I think he's already answered that in terms of turnaround times. It all depends on the size of the aircraft, the volume that's going on it, and like you've got the 737, for example, it's going to be what, an hour, under an hour.
Yeah, so the 737, you can do that in 45 minutes. You come to your 757s, it's maybe an hour. Your 767s, maybe 90 minutes, and then your larger aircraft, your 777s, your 747s can absolutely be done within 2 hours, no problem.
Thank you. Bluebird Nordic 737. I think I saw him land, you know. I think I saw him land. No? Okay, 2,500 feet. Bluebird Nordic. That's a new one on me.
Yeah, so Bluebird, they've come into East Midlands Airport in the past. They've just started a new service operating on behalf of one of our customers. And yeah, it's again, they're an Icelandic operator, so it's just supporting that particular sector. So there may well be some fresh fish on that flight as well.
Fantastic. And do we have any idea where he's coming in?
He'll be going on to the West Station.
I was going to the West Station.
Yes.
Right, okay. Well, we'll probably catch him. Okay, let's just see if we can get a shot. Bluebird Nordic. Okay, so this is I think we've got time to go down there and see them. I think, oh, look, it's 737. Okay. Is it? Oh, is that? Yeah. Nip up there. Yeah. Yeah, I think after this one goes out, we'll go down and have a look at that other one. that way, guys. Just a little bit, yeah. Well, once again, we've been lucky with the weather. Not this one. Straight to the motor. check and triple check. Yeah, it's going to struggle to get the shot. It's not going to follow, it's not going to track it. Highly unlikely you're going to get it. Big, isn't it? It's a pretty big landing. What's this? Oh, no it isn't. little dash 8. Is it? No, it's shortbread, like tartan, that's it, yeah. Just think of your mum's old biscuit tin. You're halfway there. Turning on now. So I'm literally going to get a shot of her flying past here. No, it's sorry, it's double. Okay, tell us about that West Air Europe then.
So West Air Europe, or West Atlantic, is one of the ATPs that operates on behalf of Royal Mail. The aircraft is based over in Guernsey, so it will fly in, as it just has done this evening. Typically, if we weren't in peak season, it would sit on the ground until about 5:20 in the morning, where it would fly back out to Guernsey. Because we're into peak season, what it's actually doing is an extra flight for the Royal Mail, so it will fly up to Glasgow Prestwick in between. So it'll pop out again in a couple of hours and then be back ready to do the Guernsey flight in the morning.
So are these aircraft more brought in during the peak season, just to cover the extra volume of packages, or is this standard normal operations?
So what this aircraft will do around midnight going up to Glasgow is an extra operation. The aircraft is here, it's got ground time, so actually they can put it to best use. So it works for everyone, it works for the airline operator, it works for Royal Mail, because there's no positioning, so it also works from a sustainability perspective as well.
It's interesting because British Airways have the Royal Mail stamp on all of their aircraft, and therefore they're an official carrier of Royal Mail, I'm guessing, in the belly.
I suspect they will do. There's probably a lot of international mail as well. I mean, what's coming through East Midlands Airport tonight is purely domestic, so it's your first class stamps, but of course the Royal Mail extends way beyond just the domestic mail that we'll typically see.
Yes, I see. So it's more from an international standpoint, the stuff that we see on the BA.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, okay, good stuff. Right, I believe we have a de-icing operation that's about to happen on the UPS, is that right? Right, okay. Let's go with this. Just hoping that explain to the viewer, I know a lot of people will know, is that's in the distance there, you can see a huge facility there. What's that?
So what you can see in the distance there is a really exciting development for me personally. East Midlands Gateway is a development by Roxhill or Seagrove. They're putting 6 million square foot of warehousing in, literally just along the northern edge boundary of East Midlands Airport. And it's just further solidification of the fact that we are at the heart of logistics in the UK. We're in the centre of the country, you can get to places very quickly. So it's not surprising that there's more and more developments like this in the region. We've got some interesting customers. Kuehne + Nagel has gone in and opened a facility. Amazon has one of its fulfillment centres there. We also have Nestle and Shop Direct. So again, more in the way of e-commerce that's occurring right here on our doorstep.
And part of the reason why you're expanding this sector here, is it? Or?
In parts, yes. I mean, all of these facilities, they have the potential to support air freight, and as I said at the beginning of the evening, most industries will have a touch point where air freight comes into it. So hopefully with the development of these facilities and the other 4 million square foot that's going to be developed, there'll be good reason for more freight to be going on aircraft from East Midlands Airport.
How long did I look for that picture so far? It's a bit late now, isn't it? But I'm still going to be aware of that, but obviously not hard enough. Right, we're going to have to stop doing that. Going mobile. Thanks, mate. Oh, de-icing rig. Are we walking it?
Yeah, they're getting ready for it.
Thank you, sir. Are we good to walk along the line, yeah? Yeah, just be careful. There'll be vehicles coming in.
Yes. Interesting to know that they're going to be using de-icing. It's certainly not cold enough. Everybody happy with everything? Yeah. It's great, isn't it? So busy, so busy. And you've got to have your flipping eyes in the back of your head as well, I tell you. With the amount of vehicles that are... passenger jet, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so a lot of these aircraft are doing 15, 20 years in passenger service and they'll be converted to freighters.
Of course, Amazon bringing in their own fleet at some point. They're already flying 767s in the US, aren't they?
They are, yes. It's a big old operation.
Yes, indeed it is. Just saw another UPS 767 touching down, so I don't know if that's possibly...
that will be then the edible service that's coming in to join these two aircraft that are here already.
So again, will it in the next bay, will it?
Yes, it will be, yes. It'll be the other side of the ground.
Shall we walk the other side of this then?
Yeah,
so that we can get that 76 turning in. Okay, alternatively. You good, Jill? Everything okay? Audio good? Everything fine? Good. Look at that 737, is that? Wow. Wow, there's a lot inbound, guys. A lot inbound.
Yeah, I mean this is the first of our key waves, and then obviously around midnight the Royal Mail wave will kick in here on the East Apron. So there'll be another 10 aircraft coming in, get turned around, straight back out, and then we'll see a very similar fleet mix that you can see now that's doing the morning rotation for UPS, for FedEx.
Where's Iceland Airline to park up?
There's actually on the central apron right now. There's been a few changes to how they're operating. It's become an independent operation these days, and so because it's a slightly larger aircraft and it's coming in while we've got a lot of these aircraft on the ground, while we're doing the apron extension, it makes sense for us to be able to use the passenger apron just as a sort of a comfortable overflow.
Oh wow, so he'll be going in on the passenger apron?
Yes, that's correct.
Can we see that? Will we be able to get a shot of her? Or?
Yeah, if it's down in time, yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. Where's she actually? Yeah. Just over an hour away. What time are we now?
It's 20 past 9.
9:20, so estimated at 10:30. Right, 28 minutes past 10.
be great if we can, but no promises, obviously.
Well, let's just go in here.
Was that one of the first pallets going on this aircraft, or have they already
It's one of the
loaded?
last that's going back on now.
Okay.
So yeah, there'll be aircraft's probably 75% full now. What they'll be doing is the last few containers will be being brought out literally as and when they're ready. But like we said before, these operators, they schedule down to the minute. And so sort of the last minute, the urgent frame will be coming out. And ultimately, what the express operators are trying to do is have the latest cut-off times, but still be able to deliver it next day. So, because we're at East Midlands Airport, there's probably some of the local depots that could be still taking orders at maybe 6 o'clock in the evening that could still be getting to the States, be sat on someone's desk in New York tomorrow morning.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. That's efficiency for you, just incredible. But every single part has to work, doesn't it? Every gear in the cog.
It does, absolutely. And it could be some of the minor things that actually cause major delays, but that doesn't change the service promise that they've offered to their customers.
Yes.
And people will vote with their feet if their service level isn't met.
I'd imagine that one of the biggest parts of not procuring something on time would mainly be road traffic coming here, I think.
Yeah, there are a million different reasons why we can have delays. Some of it could be beyond our control, some of it could be within our control.
Yes.
Ultimately, for us as East Midlands Airport, it's just imperative that runway is operational, that the aircraft can be parked where they need to be parked, and that all of the freight can get to and from the warehouse in time. That was actually from Philadelphia. Okay. So I now want to get my head around where this road comes from.
Okay.
This road down here. So we're treated to an extra brown tail tonight because actually one of them was indeed yesterday. So we've just been talking about delays. These things do happen, unfortunately. And so what we've got now is we've had 2 flights coming from Philadelphia in the space of an hour and a half.
So that one was due here yesterday, was it?
Yeah,
Or?
it was on a different aircraft as well, but they're on ETOL. One of them two ones.
Oh, so it was a tech issue, was it?
Non-ETOL, so Philadelphia wouldn't allow it to leave.
Right. Okay. It's all right.
So yeah, so we're the best one in the world. Delays can happen, and ultimately we've got to make sure that we can accommodate all of those aircraft.
Yes.
So there are always those unforeseens that we've just got to be able to adapt to, and that's why we've seen some aircraft going on stands that we wouldn't expect.
Perfect example being the Iceland Air when it comes in. So it's quite interesting that these guys have requested de-ice. Is that right?
I believe so. That's what I'm being told. The temperature is, I think, around +8 at the minute. But if the decision's taken, then again, safety is absolutely paramount. So we'll,
And that's at the request of the flight crew.
yes, it will be. Yes. Some icing at 10,000 feet on the way in, so it's not necessarily about what the temperature is on the ground, but when you're heading into the air.
Yes, I see. Yeah. So it's climate, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah.
And I'm guessing that has to be a specific grade of de-icing fluid, because there are different grades, aren't there?
I'm not going to profess to know that one.
Yeah, there's orange and green, and the different sort of like, but obviously for the different temperatures, I believe. But from what I know, what I understand, the fluid itself is actually dispersed long before it reaches 10,000 feet, so it must be a specific, it must be a specific dilution or strength in order for it to stay on the aircraft right the way through 10,000 feet. But anyway, something I can ask hey, should ask the pilot really. When you get up there, should we try? Or is it going to be a little bit?
American crews, there's a lot of different security requirements.
I see, yes, right, okay, yeah. There's another one of the same.
That aircraft, Edinburgh for UPS there is a gateway, so it's the end of the route. So what will happen, that aircraft will have been parked from maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, having flown from here at 5 o'clock in the morning. the aircraft will offload, it will sit there all day, because what UPS need is for that aircraft to be absolutely primed and ready to go absolutely on time this evening, to be able to get here, hit the hub operation, and make sure that it can feed into that global network.
So during the day it would have been loaded, or
no? During the day it will sit empty. They'll make sure that it's maintained and ready to go. And then going back to the cut-off times, ultimately these express operators, they're trying to provide time as a service. They are trying to make sure that you've got the latest possible cut-off. So all of the freight will then be delivered into the different depots that they have around the UK, around Scotland, for example, be consolidated to the airport later on, be screened, go onto the aircraft at the last possible minute, and then it will all come here.
Wow. So again, just precision, timing. Can I walk up and stand behind the guy who's going to be bringing it in?
Yeah, we'll take a walk.
Yeah. Might be a nice little angle. Let's walk over this side. It's so busy here at night.
I mean, aside from an extra UPS, this is a fairly typical night.
Right.
So this will be Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
The weekends our operation really does drop off, so we are almost like a normal Monday to Friday 9 till 5
Yes.
business.
Yes.
The darker side of 9 till 5.
Right. Oh, okay, so he's going to be in front of that. If I shoot it from this position here, might be able to get the...
The icy rig.
right. We'll be on that for quite a while, I'd imagine. He's not ready yet anyway, the door's still open. So... smell it.
I've got no sense of smell.
Oh, oh, it's gone in up. Is it? No, here it comes.
Okay,
Brilliant. Is it the Star Air that's asked for the de-ice then?
Not sure. Let's just stay back. Let's just stay completely clear of these guys.
Yeah.
Just look that way. We'll stop it. We'll have to.
Talk again just quickly about the packing, because I've got a good example here of the way that these how well they're packed. Let me get this side of you. Okay, hold on a second, so I can get a good shot of it. That's it, because it's in the lights. Okay, yeah. So in terms of packing these containers now, there's a specific name for it, isn't there?
Unit load device, ULD, rolls off the tongue. So one of the big exercises that operators done over the years is to learn how to pack a ULD efficiently. Ultimately, if you just throw the packages in, one, it's not a good level of customer service, but more importantly, you're not stacking them properly, and therefore the actual capacity utilisation that you have is not going to be great. You could lose 20 to 30% of the actual capacity just because of inefficient packaging. So by doing this, what they can do ultimately is ensure that they're maximising the capacity utilisation of each flight, which, when you look at it over the course of, if there's 30 containers going onto the 767 and you lose 30% of that, then that's potentially 10 ULDs. So for every 4 flights you do, or for every 3 flights you do, you need a 4.
Very interesting. So, how about pharmaceuticals at East Midlands?
We don't actually see too much detail around what exactly is being carried. Ultimately, that's the integrators, express operators. It's their business, not ours. Obviously, if it's dangerous goods on, then all of that is recorded. And a lot of the information will go to HMRC, but we don't tend to see it on a nightly basis. But pharmaceuticals is and the whole bioscience sector, the medical sector, is hugely reliant on express services, and you can be you can be really proud sometimes. You know, there's sometimes life-saving treatment coming through East Midlands Airport, and there'll be some consignments that are radioactive isotopes that are designed to treat cancers. So, you know, again, it's just another touch point on people's lives where air freight is absolutely crucial. Tissue samples, there's a lot that comes through that has dry ice to protect it, to preserve what's in there. I don't tend to understand too much about it, but absolutely there are some consignments coming through here that are literally saving lives.
A300 that's just touched down on A310.
Yeah, A300, 600. So yeah, we don't really see many A310s coming through, but I think one of the really great things that the express operators are good at is upgrading to modern aircraft. So DHL, for example, they used to have the A300 B4s. They phased those out. They've moved to the A300 600s, which have quieter engines, can carry more freight, and are therefore more efficient. So when you consider how busy we are at night time, it's absolutely essential that we're encouraging our operators to use the most modern equipment.
As and when that de-icing rig fires up and does its business, I'd like to get back down to the DHL to shoot a little bit more B-roll because those huge like aircraft came in. So I haven't got a tremendous amount of good B-roll down there. But he was talking about the A300, like a good idea to get down there.
We're going to have to wrap up about 10ish, Keith, because he's going to be up at 4 in the morning to get back in. So yeah, so ideally he'd like to go home.
What have we got? Oh, blimey, we've got caught now. Let's do that. Can we go down to DHL and finish up down there? And then I need to get that little bit of the intro with you. Yeah. Okay, Jilly, we're so Jilly, we've got to wrap up at 10. Keith, you're a legend, mate. Sorry that I didn't realise that you're up at 4. There's me going on and on.
So you wanted to get the
So we're just thinking if we can wrap it at the DHL, if that's okay.
Yes.
And then just do that little. You still good? On everything? Okay. I think we've covered a lot of ground. Wow. Really, really interesting. So, folks, I just want to say we're just headed down to the DHL section. That is the west side.
EMA Cargo West.
EMA Cargo West. Just want to say a big shout out to Ewan. Thank you, sir. We'll get them on camera. Keith, of course, who's very, very kindly given up his evening off to drive us around the airfield. Thank you so much for that, Keith. And of course, Conan, the man of knowledge, has been your host tonight. Thank you, Conan. We'll say goodbye to these guys before we finish. So you've got all the snow moving equipment ready.
Yeah.
Hopefully you won't need it.
Yeah, hopefully not. Ultimately, we have to have it. Got to keep the runway operational.
Yes.
There's too much reliance on us.
Yeah, of course.
National asset.
Yes.
Literally doing volume from London, Manchester, all the major cities.
Yes.
So it's essential that we remain operational 24/7, 365.
And of course, what is interesting and a lot of people don't understand is that, you know, because of the sensitivity of the engines and the corrosive nature of salt, you can't use you can't use salt on the snow clearing. It's all done sort of manually, so to speak.
Keith, can you share anything around the antifreeze that we use?
Specially formulated glycol based. Like you say, it's not very corrosive to aircraft tyres or parts.
Right.
But it's got amazing qualities of sticking. So we will go and we'll put de-icer down onto the runway surface in a certain pattern at a certain flow rate, and if we have dry days it will hold frost off for anything up to about 48 hours.
Wow,
So,
that's really interesting.
but as soon as you add liquid to the mix, so if it starts raining, it will just slowly wash it away. So
Wow.
it's quite different to aircraft de-icer.
Yes.
Very, very different to aircraft de-icer.
So even though it's a liquid solution, it hardens very quickly, does it? Or
It stays as a liquid solution, but what it does, it slightly raises the temperature of the ground.
yes.
And any moisture that's falling on it, it keeps that temperature. So in essence, it doesn't allow it to freeze.
Wow. That's a science on its own, isn't it? That's
It is.
crazy.
Very, very much so. So we'll go into the West Apron. You want to go try and get to the central RVRs for a couple of departures?
Well, that's entirely up to you, Keith. I know you've got to get away, so
What do you need? Where do you need to go?
I just wanted to get a little bit more B-roll of DHL from DHL, and then specifically one of the A300s, and then it's entirely up to you.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. Let's get across here. East Midlands Ground, Rescue 9.
Rescue 9.
Rescue 9, Monday, Western England, permission to proceed to Western England.
Rescue 9, see Western England.
See Western England, Rescue 9. This is a control crossing, so ATC controls crossing two taxiways, the November taxiway and the Mike taxiway.
Right.
In my day job, in the daytime, we have free range, so I'm able to move about a lot easier.
Lucky you. A bit of a nav geek, are you? A bit like us?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Grand. Risky night, big thing.
You know what, Conan, I think we might have actually, because that intro that I did with you might have worked, you know. I think I think we might have, we might be able to link straight into that, you know, without having to do it here.
Whatever works.
Because all we're doing is repeating what you said at the beginning.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that's a great shot there. Look at that, with all the tails, man. Wow. That 737 just slotted in there at the end. That's a crazy shot down there.
There's another one turning in by the looks of it. No, he's just pushed them.
Do you want to get a shot from the corner? Can you
I probably can, can't I? If we open that window.
Well, here we have the door, so I'll see if we do.
Joe, you want to jump out?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This guys. Your knees are old, my eyes are bent. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, what's that going out? Is that something going out? Something going out, isn't it? Wait a minute. We got. Yeah. There's a 747 coming in. Oh, easy, son.
He's going to come straight past us here, isn't he? That's 76.
It may take Foxtrot because there's an aircraft just landed.
Okay.
So this aircraft is going to now come along, turning left here at Juliet. So that aircraft will either wait or more likely will take Foxtrot.
Okay. We can't walk up between those buildings there, can we?
Yeah, stand in front of the building where the cones are there.
Can we?
Yeah.
This is where the boots pay off. Sorry, mate. I'll buy you some sketches for Christmas. Here we go. Can you just go a little bit further up to the edge? Wow. Oh, this is a good enough shot for departure, I think. Oh, look at this. It's 7.5, is it? The rain on the lens, mate. Oh, what a lovely smell. Okay, this should go in between, because then we'll block from the rain. We go in between. Or at least you are. Very conscious of time now. What time you got? Okay. How long is it going to take to taxi out? Because that might be a good closing shot.
Yeah, let's take it off.
Yeah, and then that's it. I just worry about Keith, that's all.
No, he'll be all right.
Okay, Rain, just hold off for a couple more minutes, would you, please? Probably won't see anything when it goes out. Yeah. And they're freight dogs as well, so they don't hang around. All good?
Good.
What's that, mate?
Time as well, the range.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's quite tranquil actually.
I don't know what this shot's going to be like, but it's just a good closing shot, hopefully.
Well, the 7.6,
We'll hear it.
it's going to Cincinnati, so it's going to be,
Ah,
on a wet night, it's going to be a fairly long slog down. Yeah, it's going to Cincinnati.
so this is about the rotate point then. We'll be going out.
Yeah, far off, yeah. But because the runway's wet, they're going to need a bit of extra,
Yes.
a bit of extra land.
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident that thing will work.
As long as you're happy.
Yeah. Without?
I was just going to do the best part of the best.
No.
Yeah. That would have been that. Yeah.
Oh. You wouldn't have performed as well, mate, either, would you?
Well, you compare between.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm fully prepared on with what I do because, you know, the gnarlier the weather, the better show it is. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Did you see the viral the Dreamliner 787 that bounced off the runway and went round at Heathrow? Did you ever see that?
No, not no.
That was you're about the only two that haven't seen it. No, seriously, it was crazy. It was it was in really stormy conditions.
Right.
It just
Airways?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And it's on my title roll.
Right.
If you look at it, and it's just phenomenal. So any time there's high winds at Heathrow, because there's the maintenance sheds for BA, and if it's a southwesterly, the winds blow over those sheds and cause a massive amount of turbulent air for the approaching aircraft, just at the wrong point that they want it. You know, like about 150 feet from the ground. Way! You know, and so that causes all that vortex effect, and it's just it looks very dramatic and fantastic, and it's great to see pilots, you know, skills come into play there as well. So nice hot summer conditions it's great, it's dramatic, it looks nice, but throw a storm at us, you know. So I've got all the storm gear, you know, fully like motocross goggles and all that kind of stuff. Right, this guy is rolling. So we should get a nice audio note here. Yeah. Okay, he's moving. Here we go. Yeah, I just wanted to use the engine note so that I can get a good fade out on the post piece.
great stuff, guys. We'll keep it running live until we get out the other end. I just want to say, put your faces on camera, just say thanks. See, you have to walk the nice way. Look, I can walk through all this. Look. Rightio, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
You happy? You got everything?
Yeah.
Kiosk Keith. G'day.
Sorry, it's only a short one, but
What's that?
this evening.
Oh, mate, no, it's been absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank you enough. And I'm sure that all the viewers are absolutely delighted with everything that's happened, and everybody, thank you everybody for your knowledge as well. It's been great to have your knowledge.
Normally it's not a problem, but 4:30 alarm in the morning.
Yeah, 4:30 is that's not very happy, is it? So that's 4, 5. You're going to be in bed by what time? Are you going to be sleepy and eyes?
It'll probably take me an hour to get home.
Wow.
That's not too bad. First nights are always a bit peculiar anyway.
When I was in the US, when I lived in California, I remember this fella told me about the This fella told me about there's a specific sleep pattern that everyone works to. It's based on 2.5 hour cycle. That's where REM comes from. You know, when you see someone in sleep and their eyes are flickering, that's when they're in REM. So if you time back from where you want to wake up, I used to catch the red eye quite a lot. If you time back from 2.5 hours backwards from where you want to wake up, like if you want to wake up at 7 o'clock, you know. So it's based on the fact that, you know, sometimes you wake up in the night and you're either like all groggy and you get back to sleep really easily, or you wake up and you're like pin sharp and you can't get back to sleep. That's because you've woken up either side of the 2.5 hours.
Right. Okay.
So there's that little segment that if you wake up in the right segment, and there's a 10-minute gap, and it literally works every time. You wake up and you're like that. So you can basically go to sleep for 2.5 hours and feel like you've had like 7 hours sleep.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
I get it every night anyway with my lad coming in.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh bless.
Rescue 9. Rescue 9. Rescue 9's holding Western Link 5 positions to proceed to Western Link.
Oh, and you've got Christmas coming up, mate. It's going to be worse for you, isn't it? How old is he?
I've got a 4-year-old and a
Oh
1.5-year-old.
bless. And Anna?
And a 1.5-year-old.
Oh my goodness me. Fair play.
The eldest, one of his first words was plane.
Oh, was it? Oh, bless. We got some really young viewers on Big Jet TV, man.
Yeah.
You know, like this, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and 7. Well, anything up to like 95-year-olds. You know, it's great. It's really good.
Will we get some footage? Can you send us something?
Yeah, well, obviously, what I'll do is, what I'm now going to do is, I'm going to compress it all down to an edit.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that you want to put together in terms of like a sort of like a very short edit that you could perhaps use on EMA's website or whatever for whatever promotional purposes. I think if we were going to do something, we should do it again when it's dry, possibly, and just to give it that little bit more impact. But I think you'll find that tonight, when I put that all together, especially with your knowledge, man, and your intro, which is perfect, you know, it just everything gelled really well tonight. So it's just a case of getting all the voiceover that you gave me, putting that to footage, making sure I've got enough footage, you know, it should work to a really nice piece. Not extensively long, you know, because it might turn out to be 5 minutes long. It might turn out to be 10 minutes long. You know, you never know.
So what happens during these bits then? What are the viewers watching now?
This is all the viewers, all the members are watching now, so they get to watch the the filming of, behind the scenes. You know,
what's happening at this very bit? Are they watching that?
they're all sitting there like talking to each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And probably saying thanks, Keith, thanks, Conan. You know. So they're saying that a few people have said that they bet that Conan's got an interesting nickname.
It was always Buzz at school.
Yeah, everyone's saying thank you to everybody. And let's just get everybody in front of the camera. Are you? What are you doing, Keith? You parking up here and then going off somewhere?
No, I'm parking up to drop you off, and I'm taking this back to the fire station.
Oh, okay.
You can get out and do a bit of camera.
Yeah. We're just a little short piece with you guys to camera if I can.
Yep. We're out the way then. Next to the beer.
Next to the beer barrels. That's cool. Thank you, mate. That'll be very quick indeed. Just grab those sticks. Stand by. Thanks, mate. Let's get it away from the make sure everybody's on camera here. Around the back of the bike sheds a bit, but so that everybody can put a face to a name.
Let's stand on the light.
Yeah, let's do that. Stand by, GP. There we go. That's better. There we go. Just stand by, let me get this off. Then we're going to shut down the lights. One last little wipe. We all good? GP? Hey, guys, thank you so much. Keith, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And everybody else does as well. Join us around. Hopefully see you again in the summer, yeah?
Yep, you will do.
Most definitely. Conan the Barbarian.
There it is.
Thanks, mate. You're a legend. You're an absolute legend. And Ewan, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Really appreciate
Thanks for watching,
it.
everyone.
You'll see Ewan's piece right at the beginning, folks. Ewan's been with us the whole evening, and it is with. It's thanks to Ewan that we've managed to put this whole piece together. So thank you again, and to the whole press team, we really appreciate it. And Conan, mate, you're a legend. Your knowledge is fantastic. I don't know if it's anything to do with that thing that you went to last night, but you spoke with clarity and precision. It was absolutely fantastic. And again, Keith, you're fantastic, mate. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed your company, folks. Thank you so much. Until the next time, we'll see you on the next show. Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye. Cheers. Okay, there you go. GP standby cut. Go for cut.